Welcome to Cut to the Chase, where we talk about compelling legal, regulatory, and public interest information and news. Your host is Gregg Goldfarb, an attorney, entrepreneur, investor, and activist.
All right, you know the drill, folks. It's time for your favorite podcast, Cut to the Chase, with our favorite contributor, Mike Burns, on our favorite topic, 3M, big settlement, largest mass tort of all time. Now, I know some of you maybe have been involved in a case and you settled the case and you're like, oh my God, I'm getting X amount of dollars and I sign and then I drop my case and that's the end of it. Well, these mass torts are just like the opposite. It's almost like going butt first. You know, they settle and then you have to prove your case. Then you have to prove your injury. And so Mike is going to talk to you about a deadline that's coming up and the show, I better get the show published before that deadline. So Mike, talk to us. What's going on?
Well, Greg, I just want to thank you and wish you a happy New Year, happy MLK Day this week. But more importantly, Greg, I want to thank you for all you've done for the American soldier and putting this podcast out there because it's really important. And it's really important next week, January 25th, there are over 58,000 soldiers who have received information about their case and they haven't opened their email and registered to get their money. 58,000. And unfortunately, what's going to happen if you don't register, your case is going to get dismissed at midnight on the 26th or, the 25th when it ends. So you need to go to your emails right now and check your email. You've gotten an email from our settlement administrator. You click onto that email, you answer the registration form. Most of it's going to be pre-populated, already in there. All you got to do is check a little circle that says, hey, I want to participate. I want to take the expedited money. I want to take the deferred money. It's real simple. If you got any questions, call your lawyer. Call your lawyer because your lawyer wants to help you. If you got any problem, call me. I'll be glad to help you. I'll give you my cell phone, Greg, 850-572-9187. I don't want any soldier to get left out. So it's very important.
Slow down.
Yeah.
The email is coming from Archer.
The email already came from Archer. They've gotten so many emails from Archer and they just failed to open the email. That's why we know that 58,000 soldiers already are still not registered for the lawsuit. On January 1st, when Judge Rogers put the order out, it was 90,000. These lawyers have been doing an outstanding job. In the last 20 days, they got the number from 90,000 down to 58,000.
Yeah.
So that's 32,000 soldiers are now into the lawsuit. There's another 58,000 that all they have to do is open that email, click on the link and follow the link. If you got a question, call your lawyer. If you can't get your lawyer, call me. I want you to get paid in this litigation.
Okay.
For all the things
for all these people that have gotten these emails that actually have an attorney, they can't just rely on their attorney to get it done for them?
They have to do it because you have to sign. You have to sign. You have to check the box and make the selection what level you want to get on the funding. You have to sign it. You have to declare. So that's why you have to do it. But reach out to your lawyer. Your lawyer will help you and walk you through the process. I've talked to lawyers nonstop and give them the little cheat sheet on how to do it. And so all you got to do is reach out to your lawyer, but don't sleep on it. Say, hey, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. Do it now.
Gotcha. All right. So in the subject line, the email from Archer, because they've been getting bombarded with emails. And I think part of the problem is sometimes you get so many emails, it gets lost in the shuffle or you just don't take things seriously. What does the subject line say, if you remember?
This has been dealing with the settlement,
Okay.
settlement information.
All right.
And they would have gotten this back in November. Yes.
So that was the last time it came out, or are they sending it?
Well, they've sent multiple and sent the first one when it came out. You've probably gotten some as early as this week. Hey, you didn't sign up. It's in there and it's all time sensitive. So go look at your latest email from Archer. the settlement administrator. If you got a question, pick up the phone and call them, email them, you know?
So they have to make some selections with,
Correct.
and that's going to be whether they take the early pay or they go
Per pay.
the full review.
That's correct. And then they have to come to the bottom. They have to submit it. They have to sign it. Click on the finish button. It's about 4 steps. It's going to take less than 5 minutes to do. Okay.
Click on finish. Is there going to be the confirmation that it went through, or
when you click that finish button, what's going to happen? It's going to bring you back to the start, so you know that everything's complete.
okay?
If you got a question, send Archer an email. Say, hey, is my paperwork correct? Send
Yeah.
your lawyer a call. Hey, is my paperwork correct? And you know what? They're going to have their paralegal, or that lawyer's going to call you back, because I do it every day. If for me, if I get you to submit the paperwork after you do it, I send you a text message. I tell them, I'll text you if everything's good, that you're good to go. If there's a problem, I'm going to call you back, because that's a simple thing to do. And
Beautiful.
I know other lawyers are doing the same thing.
All right. So, most of our podcasts, we talk about 3 or 4 different things. We're just going to keep it to this, because this is like the key thing right now. Is
It is.
getting the thing done. All right. And so we're going to have other updates after this week to let everybody know what the next step is going to be. But right now, it's key for these people to open your email, do what you got to do, get through all the way down to the bottom, and get it done. Okay. And if you have any questions, talk to your lawyer. Talk to Mike Burns, one of the lead lawyers in the largest mass tort ever. And we've had some very large mass torts, okay, from most law firm. Mike, I know I had to drag you here. I know you got I mean, as soon as we
I'm
hang
going to
up,
go right back to the phone, Greg.
I know you're going back to the phone. I don't want to take time away from you.
Well, I just want these guys to understand we're here to help you. Your lawyer's here to help you, but you got to help yourself right now. You got to go on there. You got to click on that email, do what it says to do. It's very simple. It's going to be like three or four steps that you have to do. And next thing you know, you're going to get a check. There was an AP article, Greg, that came out 3 hours before we did the show today. 3 hours before the show. So it's 2:05. So it came out at 11 o'clock. And the article was said 3M is paying on the combat arms earplug case. So anybody who thinks this is a fraud and this is a hoax, 3M is already putting checks in soldiers' pockets, and it should be you as well. So please check your emails, do what it asks you to do. If you got any questions, call your lawyer and they'll help you.
Okay, one last question. Is it possible that these emails have gone to somebody's junk or spam?
It could go to spam. It could go to spam. So check your spam folder.
Okay, please. Okay. Everybody, check your spam file. If you can't find it and you're like, where is it? You got to call your lawyer, okay?
That's exactly right.
Don't wait till next week. Don't be like, it's Thursday. Nobody's working. No, do it now, okay? So that's it. Mike, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure, Greg.
You've done a major public service for everybody here. And that'll do it for this episode of Cut to the Chase. I got to go now to get my producer and my editor to get this thing wrapped up and ready to go, all right?
Get it going, Greg. Thank you, brother, for all you do.
All right.
That's all for this episode of Cut to the Chase. But before you go, will you open up your podcast app and give us a 5-star review? You can also leave a comment about what you liked most or other topics you'd like us to cover. And please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming shows. Thanks, everybody. Be safe out there.